Yo, what's up people? Welcome to the very first ever video from Kiwa, where I'm going to be ranking the adult manhwa waifus tier list. I created this. No, I did not. I don't know why I said that. I had someone create this for me. I paid a lot of money to do that. Some would say too much money. But at the very least now, I mean, to be fair, I think it's worth it because that guy worked really hard. So I got a list of all the waifus. Maybe not all the waifus, but generally the most popular waifus in manhwa history, or P-pronhwa history. And I'm going to be choosing which ones I like the best and which one I like the worst. Personally, not a fan of just putting it an S, A, B, C, D. That's not really my thing. It sounds a little too boring, a little too on the nose. We gotta give it a name. How should we say? Goddess? Mommy. No, because I think there are gonna be girls here who I will like, but they don't necessarily count as mommy, so I wouldn't say mommy as the top tier. Her. We'll name it her. Like he's him, she's her. Yeah, we can do that. Second top tier, we'll put it as legend. Her, legend, elite. We can put elite. Your voice is different. Yeah, I had to put on more testosterone during the time that you guys last saw me. This is the voice I use to riz, as you kids say it nowadays. Mid. I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of waifus in this section. Bad. And then we'll have garbage. No, trash. No. James Corden. If you are a James Corden, like, it's over for you. And I'm going to put something on the bottom said, which will say, have not read yet. Just to give you guys some hope. Okay, let's go and start. First of all, we're going to just put in the stuff that I have not read yet. Unlock Her, I've heard it is amazing, but I have not read yet. I know, kind of a crime. But bunk beds, I've tried. I've tried reading it for 10 chapters. Thought it was like the boring version of Circles. What else? What else have I not read? Workplace Manager Permission. Not my thing. I tried for like 6 chapters and was not a fan of the main character being a douchebag. I have not read anything from My Kingdom. I've heard people like it a lot, but I am not interested in a college campus story at the moment. As study group, I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. In fact, it is one of the manhwas that I hate the most. What other? Bad Thinking Diary? I have actually never heard of that. Oh, I've seen this actually, but I am not interested in reading that, nor has anyone ever mentioned that manhwa, so it's not really on my radar. Okay, you know what? I realized that there's actually a lot. So for now, let's just continue with the rating. All right. Now, first we'll start with Close as Neighbors. And we'll put in Gwen-san as bad because I honestly have no idea who Gwen-san is. I might be committing a sin by saying that, but I forgot, okay? Close as Neighbor, I read Close as Neighbors like years ago, okay? 7 years ago, in fact. So I generally do not remember who this is. April is good. Great. I like April. I like April a lot, actually. April is a good waifu because she is generally a good wife. Everyone thought that when Close as Neighbors started, we thought that the main character was going to bang her, who is married. Turns out that she was a loyal wife who waited for her husband to return. And then when he returned, it became wholesome. And I was like, oh shit, they actually didn't make her into a cheating trash bag for the main character. I actually really like that. So I'm gonna put her in great. Naida is good. June is mid. I'm not a fan of June. Okay, wow, the delay of my stream is really bad because someone just asked me why I hate study group, even though I talked about that like minutes ago. I'll talk about my hate study group some other time. Boarding Diary. Now this is a manhwa that I have read in recent times. And Boarding Diary, Jang Seokhyun is very mid. Study group is mid to me? Yes. You get it then. Jang Minji is only slightly better than Jang Seokhyun, so we'll put her in mid as well. Yeah, she's better, but like, I guess whatever. Now Jo Mi-kyung, their mom, she's a legend. Jo Mi-kyung is hands down one of the best MILFs I have ever seen in my entire life. I have had the pleasure of reading 120 chapters of her, and I loved every single one of them. She perfectly captures the vibe of a mommy, and she's so good. She's so good. She's so kind. She's so caring. She's so hot. Yeah! Just thinking of her makes me want to... I think Boarding Diary suffers from literally every other character except for the mommy. I think they put like all the stats onto her and just made the other three, just all the other girls, just completely boring because they are very uneventful, very typical as well. There's no excitement to reading any of them. I don't want to make it sound like I am only going to put in mommies as a top tier. I'll show you. There are going to be mommy manhwas that have young like the younger female characters that can outperform the mommies. At least I'm pretty sure there has to be at least one, which is a good contender. Is The Hole is Open. Anharu is mid. Ayong Kang is, I'll put her in elite actually. The more I think about it, she's so good. Now, Ana Esa, the mom of Anharu, is a legend. Just think about this for a second. If you guys have not read The Hole is Open, basically, the main character has a rule. There are certain ages to women that he is allowed to entangle with. Now, Ana Esa exceeds that age gap rule by quite a bit. But she is just that much of a baddie that the main character was like, I can't handle it. I have to. I'm sorry, but it's impossible for me to resist her. Boda, who is the single mom in The Hole is Open, is honestly kind of mid, but we'll put her in mid. We'll put her in mid. No, we'll put her in good. Yeah, we can put her in good. Yoren Kang, who is the younger sister of Ayong Kang, is actually pretty good. I actually quite like her. I like the innocence that she brings into the manhwa. It's kind of fresh, you know, instead of all the other girls who are so provocative. I'm glad that there is a girl like Yoren Kang. You know what? Because of that, I might just put her in grade. This might change. In fact, this will probably change because I'm not that too big of a fan of the cutesy archetype, but she's good. Now The Hole is Open Bora is bad. I really dislike her because she's an elementary school teacher, and the things that she does kind of crosses the line, you know? Like, I'm just saying, if I have a child and I see my teacher being Bora, I am moving to another fucking country. Jinhee Choi, who is the most mommy out of The Hole is Open, is... This might sound blasphemous, but no. No, yeah. I actually think Yoren is... Yes. See, I told you that there are going to be characters that aren't mommies that are going to be not as good as the non-mommy characters. Okay, so I'm not just completely biased. We're going to rate these objectively because my opinions are going to be correct. I have to say that Jinhee Choi, you know, she cheats on her husband. You know, that's a minus point. She barely comes by, honestly. I think that might be one of the reasons why. I feel like if we see more of her, I feel like if we see more of her, I might put her a little bit more above. But for someone who is on the cover of the manhwa, she's a little disappointing. An outsider's way in, Ishia is great. I actually really like her. Jang Yuna is also pretty great. I really like her. Yu Harin is James Corden. She's pretty trash. I am not a fan. I don't know. I really didn't see any reason why she had to be introduced. There was no reason. She just didn't need to be there. If you take her out of the story, literally nothing changes. She's literally just there to irritate the main character. In each time the main character has a scene with her, he doesn't even look like he's enjoying it. If the main character isn't enjoying anything from the girl, right? I'm not going to like it. Obviously. Theo Hang Zero is kind of losing the plot. What the hell? Okay, we'll leave him to his desires for now. Benelia punishing my pet servant elf. I see there's the SFW version of the name. Benelia is good. I've heard the novel version, Benelia has much more to do, But in the manhwa, from what I've seen of her, actually she doesn't really do much, so I'm going to put her in mid. I don't think this is her. Why is her name Esili? Her name is Ashley, and she is a great waifu. She actually, I might even put her in a lead. She makes the story so spicy. She's so smart too. Because the main heroine of Punishing My Pet Servant Elf is the main heroine is also the main villain, if you really think about it. And sometimes she is the main villain / main heroine is extremely terrifying. But the fact that Ashley can stand up to her with her wits and sometimes even go, in fact, a lot of the times in the manhwa, Ashley goes above and beyond by beating the main villain / main heroine on a lot of occasions. You know what? I might just put her in legend. Okay, yes, no more delay. Thank fucking God. Okay, because that was really bothering me. I hate the fact that I was talking about myself, and then you guys said something that I already talked about 5 minutes ago. It really pissed me off. I am doing a big sacrifice because I am streaming with my mobile data. Wordy sacrificial lamb. Say it for you. I'm the one using my. Anyways, we were just on about Ashley punishing my pet servant elf. No, did I talk about Ashley? I think I already finished my point. What was my point? I might put her in legend, right? I think that was the last thing. I think I have bias with Ashley though. I would put her in legend, but I want to reserve that spot for Linnea Arpolite. Is that her actual name? That might be her actual name in the novel, because the manhwa ended off with us not really knowing her name. No, we did find out her name at the end, but I'm pretty sure it's not Linnea Arpolite. Punishing My Pet Servant Elf was so good, not gonna lie. Yes, Punishing My Pet Servant Elf is one of my favorite manhwas of all time. I'll probably make a video on that soon. Or no, not on Elf, but I think I'll make a video on my favorite manhwas of all time. Okay, but yeah, Punishing My Pet Servant Elf is... This girl is just... The ending was... Nah. I've talked about the ending before. Unfortunately, that video got deleted. But actually, I might put her at at the very top. We'll put it here for now. In fact, she's definitely at least she's definitely better than these two. She is insanely good. The character, the development, the backstory. It was rushed, yes, but okay. But I think the beauty of it was that the fact that it was axed, yet the author still made sure to tie up all the loose ends that he could. This elf has some of the best character writing I've ever seen. I have a friend, a British friend, who has a girlfriend now, so he doesn't really read pornhwas anymore. But until now, we still talk about her. We still talk about punishing my pet servant elf because of her. She is amazing. My God, I am glazing her a lot, but I really implore anyone who hasn't read Punishing My Pet Servant Elf to try it now. She is just too good. And the last arc in the manhwa that shows her. Oh my. Peak romance. Oh, actually, saying romance might be a little bit of a spoiler, but peak. Alright, now going from one of my favorites to one of my, not so favorites. I'm not going to say whether I love What's for Dinner or whether I hate it. We're just going to talk about the waifus for now, because I think I might make a video on this in the future. Might. Hiram-Lee is... I think she's good. I think she is the baseline... a baseline above average waifu. She is the baseline, just good girl. She likes the main character for not shallow reasons. She has her romantic moments, and then when she gets... Oh, this might be a spoiler, so I'm just telling you in case. And when she gets rejected, she backs off, like, okay, I accept my defeat. Too many times in manhwa, when the girl gets rejected, they do the most. They do things to the main character while he's asleep. Or they start crashing out and start being a yandere. Stop that. Be more like Hiram-Lee. You know, be a good loser. and the romantic moments that she's had, not gonna lie, sometimes it got me kind of rooting for her. Now next is Nahira, who is the mommy of What's for Dinner, and she's mid. She's very mid. There is a scene in particular in the beginning, or rather it is the first ever action scene that she's had, and it really ticked me off. It's not necessarily her fault what happened, but the fact that she let it happen very easily kind of makes me not like her a lot. It makes me, at least in the beginning, before she kind of redeemed herself a little bit, when she first started off, I really didn't like her at all. Okay, moving on. Yesul Kang. Okay, if Harem Lee is the average good girl, she is just the worst of the worst. Yesul Kang fucking sucks. She is just absolute trash. There are scenes where I read things that happen between her and I damn near vomited. Not because like she does something gross like drinking a puke or whatever. She's just trash. A trash human being. And when she gets rejected, okay, I'm going full spoilers on this. No, I won't go full spoilers, but I'll go a little bit of a spoiler. She gets rejected, right? And I think it was pretty probable that she was gonna get rejected. The manhwa made it pretty clear who was going to win. It was either, and like the only one that really had a chance was Harem Lee. She is the worst of the worst, basically, the bottom tier. Think of Ichigo from Darling in the Franxx. Like bro had no chance. Bro was not even on the race. So she gets rejected. And she goes fucking ballistic. She forces her way in to the main character's life so damn much that like it makes me like think like I try to scream to the main character, bro, call the police. Just call the fucking police. She is waiting on your door and is breaking in. Bleach is my favorite. No, not Ichigo. Not that Ichigo. Like this girl. Right, Ichigo from Darling in the Franxx, like she is designed to lose. Childhood friend, tiny lolly, short hair, blue hair. Like she was created to be made fun of. So yeah, completely different Ichigo. But yes, now you get my point, right? That's basically Yesul Kang. Yesul Kang was created for us to be like, oh, she's shit. The author, I gotta give credit to the author. It is very impressive how much I hate this character. But yeah, no, she is the very bottom of James Corden. Some would even say that she might be worse than James Corden, which is unheard of. Next up is Hong Mari. I think we can put her in good. Like she's a very shallow, superficial person, but I love how she is honest about it. You know, she's not a hypocrite about it. She's like, yeah, I'm a bitch. And you're like, okay, cool. Yeah, at least you know. Now, Siwon Kwon. See, I have mixed feelings about What's for Dinner as a whole, but one opinion that still hasn't changed to this day is that she is an elite heroine. Very borderline legend. I don't think she's better than Ashley. Oh, it's Ashley. Oh, is that what they were trying to do? Okay, yeah. I don't think she's better than Ashley, who literally fights a fucking god, right? Not clickbait. She literally fights a god. But what she has to endure and develop, and like what she has to endure, plus what she goes through, plus her actual personality of never giving up. Generally, sometimes she is more motivational. She's more inspiring than your average shonen main character. No. That's an insult. Sometimes gets more inspirational than fucking Naruto. And this is coming from a guy who is a Naruto glazer. I've read Naruto since I was a kid, since I was 4 years old. But Siwon Kwon, she really does have moments where I thought, whoa, Naruto ain't got nothing on this character. And also, she is just a really good wife as well, or like wife material. Okay, we're going to we're gonna go through Regress Warrior's diary quickly because the designs are very risque, so we're going to do it quickly. Ray is great. Charlotte is we'll put her at bad. No, actually she's trash. Rize is great, maybe elite, maybe even elite. Michelle is elite as well. Anil is mid. I don't really like her. Isabel, mid, because she hasn't had much to do. Hoping to see more of her in season 2. Ariana is pretty good. She's great. We'll put her there. Yeah. Okay, I became a Manhwa NPC next. Easy. We haven't seen much of her, but we'll put her in mid for now. Yaju is your average tsundere, but slightly better. So if you like tsunderes, you're going to like her. If you hate tsunderes, you're going to hate her. I personally love tsunderes a lot, and she just scratches that itch that I have whenever I want to see something cute, or like a girl in denial over her feelings. You know, she's there. That cute factor of being like, it's not like I like you or anything. I make fun of that a lot, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of the biggest consumers of that medium. So yeah, you might like Yeju, you might hate her. Me personally, I really like her. Okay, Jungsil. I think these two are very close to each other. They're two really great, and they're the main heroines too. The main character struck gold. Oh, Gungput, you're locked in. Oh, that's why you haven't been talking. Okay, all right, let's continue on. Oh my gosh, and we're continuing in some of the best shit ever. Introduction to mommies. I have a lot to say about it. Well, not that much. If you know the type of person I am, you know how I feel about it. The way I feel about it is exactly how you think I feel about it. So, let's move on. Soyun is elite. Nayeon is a legend. Somi, what the fuck? Why? Go away. Nayeon, mid. Minji is elite. Well, we're an elite. Mikyung is legend. Yes. And there should be one more, but apparently she's not here. Okay, that's a bit disappointing. There should be one more girl. We all know how I feel. Well, you don't know. You maybe you won't. Maybe I'll make a video about it, and then you'll see how wrong you are. As you can see, I love how the author yes, this is a manhwa about mommies. So if you want to come here for mommies, you're going to get mommies. We're going to have to put like a young character though, just to give like a comparison. But don't worry, we know the focus is on the mommies, and we'll show you all the good things about the mommies, and we'll also show the good things about the youngsters too. But what you will realize is that, oh, some mommies are just that much better than youngsters, than teens, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the mommy appreciation. Okay, I'll eat your mom first. Hyuna is mid. Ahyung is good. I like how she is used in the story. I really like how she's there for the revenge as well. Yeun, she is supposed to be the trash character, but I actually kind of like her. Why did I say that, Ashley? Am I on crack? No, I don't. What? Why did I say that? I think somebody just possessed me for a second there. She's a bad person. I don't know why I said that. Somi is trash. James Corden. Sohee, her mom though, is a legend. No. Maybe legend is too much. We'll put her in elite. You know, now that I think about it, okay, let's move Ashley. I feel like Ashley doesn't belong here. She literally fights a fucking god for half of the manhwa. We can't put her in elite. We just can't. We have to put her in legend. Okay, next up, my body got switched. I think Yujong is mid. Not a fan. I'm not a fan of Yujong at all. Yunjian is also mid. So Jonghee, oh my god, great. Lord almighty, perfect half. I know, I have not read it. I know. I'm a fraud, but I'm sorry, I have not read perfect half. I'm afraid of the commitment at the moment. There's a lot that I'm reading. I'm sorry. I haven't read perfect half. Artist, the main character's villain. Someone said, someone said in the chat that the character design of the main character as a villain is unappealing. I disagree, but artist is good, sure. Yaiban, I do not remember. Seth only like appeared for like once. Erina is she's mid. Emilia, mid. To be honest, all the girls in the main character as a villain is mid, except for Artist, and she's only barely above mid, and that's just because she's a mommy. Literally it. Seth, you like Seth, but Seth only appeared for like for like in the beginning, and then afterwards she's just a background character. I feel like all the characters and the main characters of villain is very there's no depth to any of them, which I understand. Manhwas, you don't expect them to be. I don't go in there expecting to see some Gintama ass level of character writing, right? But at the very least, have something for me to hang on to. I just feel like almost all of the characters are just the same, with just a little bit more like sprinkles on them. Like, oh, okay, the difference between this girl and that girl is that she has teeth. The difference between this girl and that girl is that she has a brother complex. But it isn't that much to really write home about. Sometimes I even confuse Seth with the mermaid character from the main character's villain, which should be here, but apparently is not. Why? Okay, relationship reversal. Hanul is good. Doyeon is great. Yuri is great as well. And Yoonjung is okay. Currently mid. But at the time of this recording, they're currently going into an arc with her. So maybe this will change. But for now, Yoonjung, who is the mommy character of the story, is pretty mid. Sodam, however, I really like Sodam. Hyunjung, rooftop S King. She is great. Mommy bias, but she's great. Jia, rooftop S King, who is her daughter. I really dislike female characters who just forces their way in, and I especially dislike it when the girls blackmail the male characters or the main characters. You don't have to do that. We know you're going to be in the story. We know you're going to get plapped, but can you go at it in a good way? Can you not put me in a vulnerable spot? I prefer you not doing that, please. Can we stop with that? I am really not a fan of those types of characters. You know what? Because of that, I'll put her in mid. Okay, Sekyung. She hasn't had much to do yet, so we'll put her in mid. Yuna is also mid, to be honest. Again, I only read rooftop S King for her. Hyunjung. Big surprise. Okay, cleaning service Sua. Sua is actually good. She's designed to lose. But I actually kind of like her. I actually feel like, man, I wish the best for her. I read stuff about Sua and I'm like, man, like she deserves some happiness in her life. I really like. There are no scenes of her yet. I think they're really saving it up for in the future. It'll probably be very romantic. But for now, I'll put her in good. Now Sanghee. Okay. We're going. Sanghee is a legend. Now then, I think now I'm going to start putting characters that deserve to be like in the top of the top. So these are girls. These are the women who are, like, they're the goats basically. Oh, why didn't I say that? Why didn't I put that then? Why did I say her? Goats. What? Obviously. Why didn't I think of that? I'm stupid. Okay, now for the goats category, I'm going to put in the elf, and Sanghee is also going to be one of the goats. Or, you know what? I'm going to put her in legend for now. She has very high potential to be one of the goats, though. No, actually, the more I think about it, but she's the no. Okay, wait. Calm down. Put her in legend. Well, yes. We'll. So these are all characters that are mommy biases, but these two are insane. Unfortunately, these two are like they're on a level on their own. But yes, we'll move on first. Misong, who is the other mommy of cleaning service, is just good. I don't feel too much about her. Why is she all the way here? Well, okay, Harin, cleaning service. I'll put her in mid. Actually, I skip. I roll my eyes every time I see her. My Kingdom, I'll put that there. Mommy Hunter. This is not Mommy Hunter in Another World. Or is it? Actually? Maybe this from the novel? I don't know. Because I'm thinking of Absolute Hypnosis. She looks like the girl from Absolute Hypnosis. Or am I crazy? Yeah, look, see? Verdia, who is from, I'm pretty sure is from Absolute Hypnosis, under Mommy Hunter as well. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that this is actually from Mommy Hunter. Sojin is great. Yoonji is good. Jiyeon is also good. Yoonji, great. Yeah. After a Love Affairs, I have not seen this character. Perido was mid. Sihyun, I have not seen her yet. Elia, have we seen her? If she already exists in a manhwa, I don't remember her. Raven is... People simp for Raven, but I personally don't get it. Yeah, I don't understand the hype, what all the fuss is about. Verdia is great. I like her. Lorna, I don't remember. Oh, is this the newest wife character? I think. Oh, Shibal. No, Verdia is not from Absolute Hypnosis. She looked very similar. Okay, this is the light novel. This is the novel art style. Okay, my bad. Verdia is just good. Okay, I'm stupid. Verdia is actually the main girl, or one of the main girls. Oops, my bad. Clapped in the comments. Lorna is the newer wife. Raven and okay, wait. Raven and mid not. Well, I mean, there's not much to do about Raven though. I don't understand why people like her that much. I mean, the last time we saw her, she slashed the main character's chest in half. What is there to like? I don't like the MC and Hunter. He's too much muscular, to be honest. I think he's too much of an asshole. Me personally, I don't care about them. I like the muscles. I like muscular men. I do not like the main character because I actually kind of pity him. He says one thing in particular. He says that he doesn't care about love, or like he doesn't care about love. He only cares about like holes. Like, yeah, I get it. You're trying to sound, like it's a henty line, right? It's a henty scumbag line. I get it. But when I read that, I think I kind of feel pity for him. Like, I feel bad that he doesn't feel love. So that's why I personally don't really like him, or don't really like reading as him as the main character. He's too much of a scum. It was funny the first few chapters, but now it's a little bit too much. But yeah, didn't know Yusonoe. Well, now you know. Kyoka hasn't arrived. Fiona is mid. Cecilia is good, I guess. She has the most emotion out of the characters, so I guess we can put her there. Vior is the master, I'm pretty sure. She's good. I think she is the best mommy character. Kalisa, she has the best scenes, to be honest, but her by herself is mid. Wait, or is Io the... Bro, I don't fucking know. Honestly, the girls are kind of the women in Mommy Hunter are kind of disappointingly nothing burgers. Belita, she's also mid. I know Belita. Belita is very memorable, but if we really think about it, she's kind of mid. You would think a manhwa that has the title mommy in it would have better waifus, at least for me, but surprisingly, a lot of the waifus I don't really vibe with. I think that might be because of the main character. Who knows? I haven't really thought too much about it, but I personally just don't really vibe with them. They're too similar, yes, or rather the way they write. I guess maybe that's why they like Raven. The fact that Raven is not as easy as the other girls, as the other women, as the other mommies. Maybe that's why people like Raven. We're going back to now we're going to jump into the arc is me, which is a manhwa that I have not read in a long time. What a flashback. Wow. Okay. I don't remember Yujin though. Yerin Yun is mid. Park Boram is good. Yoonji Choi is mid, and Yesul is good. Andajong, okay. Andajong is great. Nah, we'll put her in good. All right, guys, lock in. We gotta finish up ranking the manhwa baddies. I can't speak as smoothly as last stream because I've been speaking a lot of Indonesian lately and Chinese. Yes, trilingual. not to brag or anything, but I'm kind of a talented guy. Okay, all right. I'm not going to read that. All right, let's go to S stopwatch. Anakang. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really read S stopwatch. I read like the first 15 chapters, and then I was like, okay, this is not my thing. But then I saw the cover of the mommy being in the S stopwatch. I'm like, okay, I gotta at least check out the mommy scenes, right? And the mommy scenes are really well, okay, I already spoiled it, but the mommy scenes are very, very good. I'll say that. I do like that the main character I also really like that the main character really likes the mommy. I'm glad that he's a mommy supremacist too, or a mommy a mommy enjoyer. So because of that, I'll put her on great. No, I'll put her on good. That being said, I only read the parts with the mommies. Stopwatch fall off. Honestly, stopwatch didn't fall off because it's always been at the bottom. But Anakang, I'm gonna have to say Anakang is mid. I did see a little bit of the scenes. Ran Kim, I'm pretty sure she's like the first ever girl. I have a thing for people who, I don't know why people like her. I get it, I get the appeal, but me personally, I don't like the idea of like the girl bully end up liking the guy just because the guy has some benefits for her. And now she's all cute and no, you have to apologize first. If you don't, I'm not gonna like you. It's really that simple. Oh, unless if you had reasons to do bad things to the main character, you didn't. All right, so you were just an asshole. I'm not going to like an asshole. Actually, there are gonna be asshole characters here that I do like, but some asshole characters that are annoying, that's something that I won't actually advocate. Theo, you keep on getting automodded. All right, I don't know how to like stop the automods from censoring your comments, but it would help for you if you don't say some shit like that. Diamond Park, I don't know, so I'm gonna just I'll just put the ones that I don't know and have not read yet, which is confusing because I have read S Stopwatch but haven't read these girls. All right, moving on. Let's go and talk about my sister's friends. Little known fact, I don't know if any of you guys know this. I think I mentioned this very, very briefly and a long time ago. But my sister's friends used to be my favorite manhwa of all time. That being said, I did like it when I haven't read a lot of manhwas, but at the time when I did find it as one of my favorites, I liked it. I really, really liked it because I thought that it was unique. Now I realize it's not that unique, but it's still really, really good. For example, Susonhwa it's just an okay good. We'll say that she's an above average girl. Theo said that my sister's friend is mid. I don't know about mid. I think maybe at the end of it is kind of mid, but back then I don't think it was that mid. Do-hee Woo. Now, one thing that I've noticed as well during my reread, I reread it like a few weeks ago. Do-hee Woo, morally speaking, is actually kind of trash. She's actually one of the worst people in this entire list if you really think about it. Because if you really think about it, she's a full-on fucking groomer. Like, she is a terrible person. She likes the main character ever since the main character was 5 years old. And she was like 15. Okay, I exaggerated, but you know what I mean. So bro was a kid while she was like an adolescent, and they were like taking showers together, taking baths together, all naked. Like, what? And also, and now I think about it as well, she also didn't have many redeeming qualities. I don't think she really had any redeeming qualities except for her looks, but looks aren't everything. So you know what? I'm gonna put her trash. Maybe less than Somi. Maybe also less than Yesul-kang. The only reason she's on the top and better than any of them is because she's not annoying. I just know that she's a bad person. She wasn't annoying when she was trying to groom a child, yes. Sharon, I really liked Sharon. Mina Yun was my favorite during my sister's friends, so I'm gonna put her at great. Lee Hyun-han, who is the, spoilers, Lee Hyun-han, who is the actual winner, I didn't think that she deserved the win, but I wasn't too mad because it's like, whatever. I read again recently, N is mid. The waifus are alright, the N is mid. Halfway through starts being generic and boring. Yeah. That's pretty much how I feel about it too. Maybe a little more than halfway. I would say that the manhwa started to fall off the moment that they introduced this character. I liked it when the story focused on the main character getting close to his sister's friends. But then when the sister came in, I thought, like, at first, when the sister first came in, I thought, oh, this is getting kind of spicy. But then you start to read more, and then you're like, okay, can we go back to how it was before, when it was all wholesome and the main character was a Chad, and it kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know why the author decided to do that. Okay, you watch stuff like that. Is she the only girl and you watch stuff like that? Because I've read you watch stuff like that, like, for the first, I would say 10 chapters. But I thought there are gonna be more girls. For now, I'll put her. I think I'll just put her at good. She wasn't mid. I thought that she was a good girl, and like I like the romance between her and the main character. So yeah, I'll put her there. There are more girls. I guess it's just not on the tier list. Okay. So my landlady Nuna. Okay, I read my landlady Nuna years ago, and I dropped it. Not because of anything. I just thought I just stopped reading it because I was like, I wanted to wait until it finished first. But then when it finished, I was already like, I already stopped reading it for like 6 months, and I already forgot about most of it. So if I want to reread, if I want to continue my Luna, I would have to reread it from the beginning to end, and that's a lot of commitment that I don't want to commit to, at least at this very moment. What I do remember though is that Nari was a really, really good heroine. I really like Nari. I thought that the romance that they had with the romance that she had with the main character was really, really nice. That being said, I still think that the older sister is better. Not because of mommy bias. It is because of mommy bias. Let's be honest. But I just think that Soha is generally just the more better quality waifu. If you want to say like, oh, but Nari is a better character, okay, you can say that. But I did like that that Soha was always, like the way that she is, being the kind, caring person that always cared for the main character, even when the main character was a piece of shit. So I'm gonna put her at great, while putting Nari at very, very good. I would, if I read it now, maybe I would put her in great as well, but because I don't really remember, I'm gonna put her there. Yuhi, is Yuhi the... Oh, I remember Yuhi. She's mid. Yeah, she's mid. Okay, is there an empty room? Okay, Myungji is mid. Johi is mid. Bina is like higher mid. Cha Subin is mid. Yeah, I think I've noticed that. Is there like the artist for Is There an Empty Room and Mommy Hunter in Another World has a problem of just making very, very boring women who are just created the same. Like, okay, yeah, like they look really good. Hey, Hadarelli. Like, yeah, they look really, really nice, but they kind of feel like an empty, hollow shell because there's really nothing to them except for just characters for the main character to entangle with. And it would maybe work if the main characters are interesting, but the main characters aren't really interesting either. So yeah, I'm just not that big of a fan of this artist's works. Okay, theater club / circles. This is gonna be a little bit of a maybe controversial. I'll see how you guys react, because people like to say that every girl in circles are SS tier. Now, I'm pretty sure the people who say that have not read anything else but circles, and maybe a little bit of the brain rot side. Because whoever says that and genuinely believes it are on drugs, and I'll say why. But before that, let's just start with the ranking. I think Yerin is great. I think Yerin is a great character, or a great waifu. Soyun, I haven't read past chapter 200, but the fact that during those 200 chapters of circles and she didn't get any action scene is kind of wild. But in hindsight, I do like how they write how they write her as a character. I do like some of her moments when she talks with Hana, who is also a good waifu. Kim Ga-yul is great. I'll put them here. And you know what? I'm put Yoonji at good as well then. Okay, Yoonhee is great. Bak Ge-in, is she an actionable character? I thought that there aren't any scenes of her. Okay, I'm gonna put her in mid because I really don't remember that much about her. Wait, but there's one girl that I really wanted to talk about, but she's not here. What the heck? She's not here. Why are you asking him if I'm drunk? What did I say that was so wrong? Before that though, I'm going to add this girl myself because for some reason it's not on the tier list. Circles. Theo asked me, what do I think deserves to be elite? I think if the girl is memorable, I think if the girl is very, very good enough to the fact that I remember a lot of her and I really, really like all of her scenes, or the moments where we see like, you know, character development or you know, character moments where I think that she is unique and not many other manhwas can really do. That's where I would put her in elite. So it's a mix of objective good and subjective good. So if she is objectively a great written character, I'm gonna put her in elite. But I also have to take into consideration if I really, really like her or not. When Circle ended, do you see the... Okay, no, I haven't read all of Circles. And I don't think I ever will, to be honest. And I'll talk about that some other time. I only read until chapter 200. I haven't read anything else. Actually, you know what? I'll say one of the reasons why I'll tell you one of the reasons why I won't continue with Circles anyway. You just said when Circle ended, do you see the Hana route? The fact that there are routes are one of the things are the biggest turnoffs to me. Routes in a harem manhwa or a harem anything turn me off. I much prefer if you choose one girl, even if that girl is someone that I do not like, or even if that girl is someone that I am not a fan of. At the very least, I can appreciate that the author sticks to his guns. When you make multiple routes, I don't know which one to choose. And when I don't know which one to choose, I feel a little confused. That was a bar. And it's not just a confusion, it's like, have some backbone. Stand up on it. You know, don't try to you can't satisfy everyone. Try not to satisfy everyone. Go with what you want to talk about. What you envisioned. I think that the author of Circles is too much of a people pleaser. And I'll tell you why. Because the girl that I'm going to be talking about next is Dayoung from Circles. Dayoung has way too many fucking scenes, and for no damn reason other than the fact that people really liked her. The fact that she was a fan favorite, okay, fine, I get it. We have different tastes. Me personally, I thought that she was good. I thought that she was great. But there are too many scenes of her because people liked her a lot. The author saw that and was like, oh, okay, since people like her, we're going to give half the fucking show to her. Yes. See, okay, everyone who's read Circles agree with me on this. Even if you love it to death, you accept the fact that she has way too many scenes. Scenes that aren't needed. You have 200 chapters and 7 girls that you have to show. And you give most of them to her when there are other girls that are underdeveloped. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Choose. What are you trying to? Don't be too much of a people pleaser. I think you need to have a balance. I don't want to rant too much about Circles because again, we're trying to focus more on the waifus. But we can't separate it in this case. We have to talk about the fact that the manhwa kind of undermine how good Dayoung is because of how many scenes there are of her. Now, don't get me wrong. The scenes that do have her are pretty good. I liked them. I liked how cute they were. I liked how cute she became. But there are too much. There is too much of her. And at that point, after like the 5th arc, pretty sure she has like 5 arcs or 5 action scenes. After the 5th arc of her, I was like, I got tired of her. I really got tired of her. I would put her in the bottom of good. But she really could have been like here. But because of that, I'll just put her just above. It's not the author's fault, to be honest. If people are glazing her so much, what can he do? What can he do is not listen to the fucking people. Then your job is to make the story, not listen to the people. Okay. Think about it this way: quintessential quintuplets. Do you guys know that? Do you guys know that show? You guys know this scene. You guys know this anime, right? Even if you don't know, even if you haven't watched quintessential quintuplets, you would at least know her and her, because these two are the fan favorites. Spoiler alert, they didn't win. And listen, if you get mad at that spoiler, It's your fault. The manga's been out for years. And also, I also don't recommend watching it because I didn't like how it ended. Okay, you're getting censored too much. I don't know what you said. The ending is shit. Yeah. I think that the ending is shit, but if you really think about it, I can see why the winning girl won. Like in a narrative point of view, it made sense. The only reason I didn't like it is because she didn't get enough romantic scenes with the main character, but that's besides the point. My point is that you need to, like, imagine if the author decided to only listen to how the favorite girls, the fan favorites, right? The fan favorites girl, and give the fan favorites the winners, right? Like let's say because everybody loves Nino the most, or everybody loves this girl the most, the author makes her the winning girl. But then you would be like, oh, but what about the winning girl, like the girl that won? What about her then? Because she, narratively speaking, is the one that made more sense. She's the one that makes the most sense. So you have to have a little bit of a balance, right? You can't just try to please your fans. You also have to show your story that can please the fans. So my point is, I get it. You want your fans to be happy. You want them to show Dayoung the most because people like Dayoung, and you're like, okay, if everybody likes Dayoung, I'm going to give more of her. But you're going to sacrifice the actual quality of your work at that point, and because of that, it's just not gonna be as good. So yes, you know what? I'm gonna put her in mid. It's unfortunate, but we're gonna put her in mid. Let's move on. Fatal lessons in this pandemic. I don't really remember much of her except for that one Thanos meme that she did. But other than that iconic meme, I'll put her in mid. Chaewon is there are two Jinsols. They're not the same. Oh, oops. Okay, so I don't know which one created the meme. I'm pretty sure they're twins. But yeah, either way, I don't remember any of them. Chaewon is good, at least from what I remember. Minjong is mid, from what I remember. Sol Cheon is good, from what I remember, and I think better than her older sister. Under observation, I have not read Bad Thinking Diary. Haven't read. Oh, this is a big one. Brave New World. What? Again, there aren't a lot. Okay, I'll add the girls myself because there are way more than 3 girls in Brave New World. What the fuck? Why are there only 3? Alright, before I add them, I'm going to put all of Moby Dick in here. I know, I haven't read Moby Dick. I know, people kill me over that, but I'm sorry. Alright, just give it a second. How do I remember every single character? It's my job, bro. Get good. Skill issue. Okie dokie. We're gonna start with the worst girl of Brave New World. I said it. She is the worst girl of Brave New World because I did not care too much about her. Actually, no. Maybe she's not the worst girl. We'll put her in good. I'm sorry I missed a few characters. Yeah, don't worry. I'll keep it brief because I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a big video on Brave New World in the future. And I'll tell you why in just a minute. This girl is good. This girl is great. Actually, you know what? Yoo Seok-young deserves to be in good. Actually, we'll put them here. I think she's a better written character, but I think she is a much better comfort character. Nasori, this may be, I don't know if this is a hot take because when I was reading Brave New World, I didn't read any of the comments, but Nasori is actually elite. In fact, she might even be a legend. Okay, this might be a little bit okay. Maybe if I put her in legend, that has to be a little bit of a controversial take. Is it? Okay, all right. Someone likes her. I think she's great. Okay, all right. Okay, so people do like her. Okay, I don't know. What I really like about her is that she's an asshole, right? And then they give her the backstory, right? There's like a backstory. There are backstory arcs where we're gonna be like, oh, okay, this is where we're going to find out more about her and we're going to like her more. And then we look at the backstory and you're like, wait a second, she's still an asshole. So she was just born an asshole, stayed an asshole, and became an asshole. So it's like, oh, so she's just a dick. And I really like that. I actually really like that. Okay, but I did like how much she's changed over the entirety of the show. Or rather, I like how she is so unapologetically her. I like how there's no like she doesn't feel any guilt over what she's doing. She's just like, this is how I live my life, and if you don't fuck with it, then you don't fuck with it. Get the fuck out of my life. I like that attitude of her. I'm gonna have to get into more detail on like when I make a video of it, but for now I'll just put her in legend. Actually, I might put her in elite. I'll put her in elite for now. She's also elite. Oh, flip my bean. Oopsie daisy. Hold on. That I just realized that is a not safe for work picture. I gotta find a different picture other than that. Give me a second. That's not a picture that I should be using on Twitch. I mean, it's not the worst, but I'd rather not risk it. Oops. I don't know how to delete the photo, but I'll just put it there. Yeah. I'll just put it in the bottom. Yeah. It doesn't exist. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. She's also elite. Cha Juhi is. I honestly don't get the point of her character that much, so I'll put her in mid. Yeah, she's really not that memorable to me. But who is memorable is Mi Jung, who is one of the goats. Yes. Okay. So okay, at least one person agrees with me. Okay. All right. So people. Okay. Good. Okay. So I don't really need to elaborate on that. I think people who have read Brave New World would understand. And even if you didn't read Brave New World, I think you would have at least seen some pictures of Mi Jung Kim and thought, oh yeah, this looks like goat material. She's iconic. And the relationship that she has with the main character, I love. I like when you look back and see how she changed. Yeah, yes. And it's also like, it's not even about how when you look back when she changed. I think a lot of the scenes of her backstory really recontextualizes what all the things that she did in the beginning when she was, annoying, or not really annoying, but like more of like a scheming bastard. When you see her backstory, you're like, oh, I get it. You start to understand like her mental state at that time. All right, now we go to Don't Tell Mom or Keep It a Secret from Mom. Jin Seyeon is a bad waifu. She's not like a bad person. She's just more than boring. She's also like, I just didn't like her. Hot take, the teacher is better than the mommy. That is a hot take and a wrong take. What the fuck? Okay, let's pretend that guy didn't just say that, because she is great while the teacher is good. Rate some girls I used to teach waifus. No. Alright, Trapped in an Eroge Academy. I'ma have to put it in have not read yet, even though I have read it. But I've only read like the beginning, and I'm not a fan, really. Secret Class, a manhwa that I dislike, but I read for like 70 chapters. I'll put her in mid. I think this is the sister of the best friend character. I'll also put her in mid. Mommy. Good. Chasua is mid. I know people like her, but I don't. Okay, Engineering Beauties. I did not finish Engineering Beauties, and I won't. But from what I've read of it, it was pretty good. Why is it bad though? I'm just not a fan of Secret Class because I feel like Secret Class is brain rot gooning, but miserable because the main character is too much of an edgelord for me. Seokhyun Choi is mid, unfortunately. I wish they did more with her. Kim Hyun is also is mid. To be completely honest, all of the girls in Engineering Beauties are mid, but like none of them are bad. Engineering Beauties is good. I'm not saying anything about that. I just think that the girls by themselves are mid. Love Limit Exceeded. Have not read. A Pervert's Daily Life, Shin Se-young. I think we gotta put her in elite. I think it's only fair to put Shin Se-young at least in elite. We gotta put her there. Anything below that wouldn't be fair. I might even put her in legend. In fact, I am because she is a legend in the manhwa community. It would be a disservice to call her anything less than that. Dorahi, however, is just good. No, she's no. Is she? Correct me if I'm wrong, but is she the girl who made a move on the main character when he was asleep and hospitalized? I read this manhwa like years ago, but I'm pretty sure she's the girl who did that. Or am I completely thinking of a different thing, a different person entirely? Okay, I can't see the chat. I'm just gonna assume that she is. I'll put her in bad. Dora Emi, I haven't finished her story, but I'll put her in good. So far, she's been good. Hold the fuck! Oh my gosh! Theo keeps on getting automated. And this one I understand, because even Twitch was like, what the hell is this guy talking about? A pervert daily life was bad. Shut the fucking front door. Get out of here. You would put this in your Mount Rushmore, right? Of manhwas. The fact that you put someone that, you put a manhwa that should be there, not there, is fucking wild. And to call it bad is insane. Alright, learning the hard way. This is one I would agree if you said it was bad. I wouldn't say that it is bad though, but I can see how you would think that. Because learning the hard way is kind of shallow, but at least it was fun. Learning the hard way is what is there an empty room could have been if there was actually life within the characters. Is there an empty room is like a hollow shell, and learning the hard way fills in that shell. We'll put her in mid. Marina. Wait a second. Whoa. Oops, my bad. I completely thought of the wrong person. She's good. Marina is also good. Wait, or no, that's not. Wait, why are they both Marina Orlov? Okay, whatever. I don't remember their names anyway. But all of them are Marina Orlovs. Che Yubin is good. I think I like her better than the main girl. It's okay. It's okay, man. Okay, what's wrong with this family? Seokhyun from What's Wrong with This Family is great. Somin is also great, which is crazy because she's a lolly. And you guys know how I feel about lollies. Lollies are the bane of my existence. But she's really good. As a waifu, she's really, really good. I actually really like her, which is wild because the moment I saw her in the prologue of the manhwa, I was like, here comes the character that I'm gonna hate. You know, lolly, tsundere, brocon, but she's actually pretty nice. I actually kind of like her because she's actually legal. Yesul is great. I love Yesul. The more I think about it, I think this has some beginner biases. I think I might have gotten a little too excited with the mommies because the more I think about it, a lot of these don't deserve the legend tier. So we're going to do a little bit of rearranging before we continue. For example, Ana Essa is more of great. Mikyung is elite. And Nayeon is also elite. Jo Mikyung is a legend. I agree with that. Sang-hee is personally a legend because Cleaning Service is a very underrated manhwa, but I think Sang-hee is the perfect MILF. If you like MILFs, I really recommend reading Cleaning Service just for her. She is also the perfect MILF. Like these two are the embodiment of the ideal MILF in like life. Okay, let's go to intern Hanyo. She's a bad waifu. Don't give a shit. Sojong Lee is good. Hyunjong Lee is great. Hyuncha is mid. She's the main girl and she was designed to. She's just a Mary Sue. Wireless Ohol is gonna go here. Not Friends. I also haven't read. My Stepmother's Friends. Okay, this is an iconic one. We gotta get it right. I think Nayeon is actually kind of mid. Chaeyeon is maybe good. No, I'll put her in mid too. We gotta be fair. That Mother's Friends is good. She is good. Okay, you know what? Yeah, actually, the more I think about it, you know what? We'll at least put her in the bottom good. She is pretty good. Yuna though is one I can say is better than Nayeon. Yumi is mid, although I like her personally, but she's mid. Actually, because of that, okay, fine. We'll put her in good. Gyeongun is mid. No, I'll put Yumi in mid. No, I'll put her in good. Yeah, we'll keep it at that. Addicted to my stepmom, Yunbyo. I really don't understand the point of this character. Mommy is really good and addicted to stepmom. Okay, we'll talk about her then. Hyesu. Chat, I have a question. Does it really count as grooming? Does it really count as grooming if the victim is the one who actively pursued the girl, actively pursued the groomer, the quote-unquote groomer, who was trying her best to reject him. Nah, I wanted to be, yeah, but we're not talking about you. We're talking about, but does that still count as grooming? Because technically she had no bad intentions in raising him. In fact, she never did. But when he grew up, the guy was like, oh, I'm gonna go on the offensive and go for her. Pre-order? No, yeah, okay. So grooming is the idea of pre-ordering, right? Pre-ordering your lover. But what if she didn't even order it? Like, she didn't ask for this. Yeah, she raised him with pure intention. That's what matters the most. Yeah, I think the fact that we got to see her inner monologues changes it. Okay, yeah. So we agree she's not really a groomer, right? We can agree on that. Can we agree on that? Children can't consent. Yeah, but the guy started attacking her. Well, I don't want to say attack, but like, you know, went on the offensive with his crush, which is his stepmom, after he became like a fully grown adult already. Kyunga is good. Minjung is actually no. Kyunga is great. Junghee is mid. Suyeon is very mid, bottom mid. She's a bad wife. No, she's mid. No. She's so out of place that the author just completely wrote her off. Like and not because of any reason, like, oh, she had to go to Paris or whatever. No, she just, like, the author just like forgot her existence. And nobody cared, because I even forgot that she was supposed to be one of the girls who is addicted to my stepmother. So I think because of that, we gotta put her in bad, even though she's not really annoying or a bad person or anything at that point. It's just like she was so forgettable that she was just poofed out of existence and nobody cared. Who is she? Yeah, exactly. Not Safe for Work. Not Safe for Work is the most undercooked manhwa of all time. So we just gotta put all of them in mid. There should be another character from Not Safe for Work who is like the mom of, who is like the mommy. I think her mom, or was her mom, my bad. But she's not here for some reason. But if she were here, I would also put her in mid. Now we're gonna go to breaking a romantic fantasy villain. Seria is mid. Lilith is great. No, Lilith is good. No, we'll put her in top good. Mary Jane is mid. Lemilia is great. She's a character that existed purely for gooning, but like, I don't care because she's that good. Seul is good. Okay, Veronis is good. Am I crazy? But isn't there supposed to be, where? I don't think she's here. Okay, we're back. Yep, she is great. Funny story. So I sent some of the pictures for breaking a romantic. I sent the pictures for the breaking a romantic fantasy villain girls to the person who made this tier list, and I sent Prince Euclid, and he was like, "That's a guy." But also, if you read the manhwa, if you know, you know. I just thought that was kind of funny. Prince Euclid, however, I think she's they're mid. He's a guy, but yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. Without spoiling anything, that's the best comment that you can make. Hyuna from Carrie is go. Okay, let's calm down. Because we are about to talk about them. Yoonji. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm excited for the rest of the tier list. Let me just drink. This is vodka, by the way. Hyuna. Oh, whoa. What the hell? What am I doing? No. Whoops. We have to do it in order. Yoonji is elite. Yoonji is a legend, actually. Okay. Somi is elite. Okay. Alright. Dawn. Okay. Dawn is one of the goats. Hyuna is also one of the goats. Yeah. Yes. Do we agree? How do we feel about this? Yeah. We all agree, right? Yeah. I'm going to make a video on my favorite manhwas of all time, or rather, in fact, if you've watched any of my videos or any of my videos where I mention my favorite manhwas of all time, I always put the carry as one of my as one of my examples. The carry has one of the best storylines and everyone has such a great backstory. Yes. Anyways, I always put the carry in the screen whenever I talk about whenever I talk about my favorite manhwas of all time. I even put it in like next to like the greatest estate developer or omniscient reader's viewpoint, because I feel like the carry transcends manhwas. I'll keep the opinions to myself, because again, I'm going to make a video on my favorite manhwas of all time, and the carry, you bet your ass the carry is definitely gonna be there. So when I talk about it in that video, you'll see all of my glazing there. I don't want to get too excited. And someone said that the ending is kind of eh. I'll talk about that too. Okay, yeah, greatest estate developer as goated, yes. If the queen from the greatest estate developer is here, she would definitely be one of the goats too. She would definitely be one of the goats too. Okay, we're going to talk about touch to unlock. Now, people have been asking me to talk about touch to unlock, at least in my most recent video, and I'll talk about it here. Yes. Okay. Dairina is good. I think she's okay. I think she's better than mid. Sohee is also good. I think she's better than okay. Jiwon is bad. Not because, again, the same reason because of Soyeon. She's not annoying or really a bad person. She's just very forgettable. Minchae is mid. Sol is mid. We can put them together because these two are a packet. Together, they're good. But by themselves, individually, they're mid. Now we're going to talk about Lin, who is great. No, we'll put her in great. Hong is a legend because unfortunately, Night Rina is the GOAT. Like, Night Rina is so far and beyond the GOAT. I'm gonna get into a little bit of a spoiler, just a little bit, little bit, without getting into the story. Night Rina, out of 120 chapters of Touch to Unlock, only appeared for like, let's say 8 chapters. No, let's say 6 chapters. I'm pretty sure she only had like 6 chapters to show up in the story. And within those 6 chapters, she's immortalized herself. Okay, Theo, come on. She's immortalized herself. Okay, Theo, come on. I just said no spoilers. No spoilers. How do I get rid of? Come the fuck on. God fucking damn it. Oh my, Theo, you ruined it. How do I? That's the chat that I wanted to be modded, but they didn't mod it. Why? Oh my god. Oh, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. God damn it. Come on. I need a break. I need to take a piss. Theo says the manhwa is out for years. Yes, but don't spoil it. I'm trying to sell these people to start watching it, to start reading it. The manhwa ended years ago, bro. I know, but I was trying to tell people. Okay, all right, calm down. You can't crash out again. My cousins are sleeping below me. What was I saying before Theo ruined everything? The fact that Night Rina only appeared for 6 chapters out of 150 6 chapters out of 150. And she's immortalized herself to an icon, to the fact that even no matter how you feel about Touch to Unlock as a manhwa, everyone's agreed that Night Rina is the GOAT. Even in other, I remember how she's transcended being just a waifu when I was reading Solo Leveling, I'm pretty sure, and I looked at the comments and someone died in Solo Leveling. It was like the spoilers, the old man. He died, and then the comment was like talking about how they don't care, and then they all said, yes, this death is sad, but it's not as sad as when Night Rina died. Point is, Night Rina is the GOAT. Point is, Night Rina is the GOAT and will forever be the GOAT, or at least definitely deserves to be on this part of the tier list. But we have to give some credit to Hong too, because when she disappeared from the story, I was very damn near I was like, okay, I'm just not gonna read it because what's the point? But Hong came in and saved the day. because she may not be as good as Night Rena, but she is damn near perfect too. Like as a heroine, she is fantastic. It's crazy because Touch to Unlock, if I really think about it, maybe not, it's actually kind of mid if you really think about it. Or there are arguments you can make to say that it is mid. But the one thing that you have to admit is that the fact that it has two of the best girls in manhwa history, like I generally mean it, like manhwa history, manhwa. They have two of the best girls ever. Anyways, that's all I have to say about Touch to Unlock, because if I say any more, I'm gonna have to get into spoilers. Alright, let's go to Panty Note now, which is the complete opposite of Touch to Unlock, with the fact that it's just brain rot gooting. Hayura is a bad waifu, not necessarily a bad person, just very shallow. Hansomi is mid. Her selling point is the fact that she's a celebrity, but it's like, okay, what do I care? Like, she's not a celebrity to me, I don't give a shit. Jang Sehwa is good. Joanna is mid. Joanna was just there for just for the sake of it. Like, she was just there to have like a cheating tag inside the story. Kim Sung-hee is elite. Yunmi is great. Yes. Lucky Guy. Ooh, Lucky Guy. This girl from Lucky Guy, I don't remember, so I'll put her in mid. I also don't remember her, so I'll just put her in mid. She is mid. I remember her, but she is mid. Yujin is mid. No, Yujin. Oh no, Yujin is good. I remember her backstory. She's good. Mi Jung Kang is great. Yeah. Childhood Bride. I read Childhood Bride not too long ago, and I already forgot who this is. Is she supposed to be? Is she the one who was the tourist who came and left? Bada Han is mid. Miju, who is the mommy, is good, but I am not a fan of how they really underappreciate her. Mid. Yeah. Ari is also mid. I don't care. Don't care. Sumin Cha is good. Bad wife, but good girl. Yeah, if you know what I mean. Gayong is also good. I don't know what the fuck. Go good. Jiyoung is mid. Yunjae is mid. Okay, and now we're going to do the final manhwa, which is Eat the World Tree, which was unfortunately axed, at least the manhwa version, and I am not going to read the light novel. Like that's just, I'm just not gonna do that. So I'm going to put the ones that I don't know in here. Hukdan, and these are the manhwas. She had a brief appearance in the manhwa, but only for one chapter, and it was for one panel, so we're gonna put it there. Hongyeon is also Hanbyo. Okay, I only like the professor. Okay, all good, because she is the best girl. She's a legend. Oh wait, is Hongyeon the red hair? Oh, she was the cover girl. Either way, she didn't have much to do, so we'll put her in mid. We are almost done. No, we are done, because Gosol is mid, because we didn't get to see much of her. Jin Dal-rei is great, and finally San Soo-yu is mid. I still think. Okay, we are done, yeah? Okay. I still can't get over the ending of Eat the World Tree, because I am still greatly disappointed with the way that it ended. It ended because they axed it, and I don't understand why. It made good numbers. The story was great. Everybody loved it. So I thought, okay, maybe the artist was just tired of it. But then the artist came back with a new story literally like 3 months later. So like, why did it get cancelled? I don't get it. Because the reason why a lot of these girls are in mid is because they didn't have time to cook. The girls who did get time to cook is Seyoung and Jin Dal-rei. Jin Dal-rei had finished her character arc, or at least one of her character arcs, and she immediately got into great. If she didn't get that arc, she would also be in mid. So it makes me think, man, I feel like Eat the World Tree is one of the biggest disappointments ever, because if they had actually not cancelled it, I can definitely see it being the GOAT. I can definitely see how all these girls would not be in mid, they would be up here in elite legend. I could see it being in like, I could probably like compare the way that they do the girls the same way as how they do the girls in the carry. You know, all the girls in the carry are at least elite or above. Damn. I mean, I enjoyed it for the time that it was out, but I still can't hide how I feel about it. Okay, so this is the tier list. Yeah, this is the tier list of all the adult manhwa baddies that I have read. Do I need to do some rearranging? Let me think. Am I okay with the goats? Yeah, these are the goats. These are definitely the goats to me. I think it's non-negotiable. Maybe I'll put her here. Maybe no. Yeah, no. We'll. Yeah. No. We gotta. No. I think it is very fitting to put Night Rina as the goat of the goat. I'll put down, and you know what? Hyuna is borderline legend, not really a goat, but I'd still really like her, so I think I'll put her in goat. And Ashley, borderline goat. She's very close to goat, but Punishing My Pen Servant Elf is a tiny bit undercooked. It was also axed, unfortunately, the same way as Eat the World Tree was axed, but Punishing My Pen Servant Elf had way more time before it got cancelled, right? Jang Yuna, you know what? I feel like Jang Yuna maybe doesn't really deserve to be in great. Maybe we can put her in good. I think maybe Gayu. No, I think I'm okay with it. Yerin is below Gayu. No, she is good. Okay, Sodam maybe not great. Sodam maybe not great as a waifu, but the story that has her is great. The story that revolves around her is amazing. Actually, is goated. But her as herself, maybe she's not great. Maybe she's more of a good. Yumi is great. Lin is great. Maybe Lin deserves to be elite. Lilith is great. She is a pet man. What's a pet man? Yeah, Theo, you've been saying that the whole time, but I really don't see it. I like Lilith, but I don't think she's great. I don't think she can be compared to like the likes of Mijong or Seria or her own daughter. Wow, I prefer the daughter over the mom. Crazy, right? Okay, Yesul is definitely the worst girl out of all the girls. She's definitely the worst I've ever seen. Somi is close. Charlotte has potential, like she has potential to be the worst girl ever, but like I'm still waiting for season 2 to come out. And yeah, she's the best of the worst, I guess. So like these are girls who are bad, not because they're terrible, they're just like badly written or badly intentioned. Like there was no reason for it. Okay, we'll put her there too. No, she's annoying. Okay, so this is the final tier list. This is the final result of my tier list. Okay, maybe Rize does not. She's a pure brain rot gooning character. But yes, I think generally I like this tier list. How do you guys feel about it? Do you guys like it? If you do, that's good. If you don't, tough luck. This is my tier list. But hey, if you want to do your own tier list, do it yourself. The link will be down in the description below, so go and check that out if you want to. And yeah, alright, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the very first video of Kiwa. This is my tier list. If you want to do the tier list yourself, you can find it in the link in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.